Shout out to the W.T.C Gang. We the chosen ones, baby. God is preparing the chosen ones to defeat the evil. God says, hold your peace. I'll fight your battles. I need everybody to share this video. Hit that subscribe button for your boy. I need everybody to give your boy a thumbs up. And I need everybody to please stay tuned to the very end of this video, because this is about to get real up in here. Hope everybody had a blessed Easter. He is risen. He is risen. He is risen. He rose on the third day with all power in his hands. But I gotta break it down to you guys, because let me tell you something. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is a new day. Aren't you glad that you are alive to be in the land of the living? Understand what I'm coming from, but I have to let you know what's going on. God is really preparing the chosen ones, 144,000 chosen ones all over the world. He's preparing us. He's molding us. He is making us. Understand what I'm coming from? He is getting us ready for the spiritual warfare battle with the evil. You got to understand that we are really living in our last and evil days, chosen ones. Shout out to the star seeds, to the divine ones, because let me tell y'all something. In order for you to get to that promised land, you have to defeat the evil. Think about it in life. Every day that you wake up, you got to face some evil demonic spirit. Every day that you wake up, you got to be ready for the trick of the enemy, because you never know what he's plotting. You never know what he's planning against you, chosen ones. Every day that we wake up, we got to get on our bended knees and pray to the Most High, because you don't know how that enemy going to work today. Every day that we wake up in the morning, you have to know that it's not going to always be peaches and cream. The sun is not going to shine every day, for a rainy day is ahead. We have to be ready for that rainy day. We have to be ready for when God told us that war is ahead. We got to be mentally, spiritually ready, because you just never know when it's going to be our last time here on earth. Jesus is real, y'all. The rapture is real. I don't know about you, but I believe in the rapture. I believe that Jesus is going to really come back one day. He's going to come on a white horse, and he's going to bring all his people with him. He's going to take all the chosen ones with him into the promised land. Because let me tell you something. If you get left behind in this world, if you get left behind in this cold, cruel, demonic world, let me tell you something. You got to go through the mark of the beast. That's number one. You got to go through the beheading. That's number two. You got to go through spiritual warfare on this earth, where it's going to be principalities against principalities. It's going to be people in high places against other people that are in high places. Understand what I'm saying? It's going to be people that is for God, and there's going to be people that is just for the devil. It's going to be a day where we all have to get together, chosen ones, and we all have to defeat the evil. Because let me tell you something. We are facing evil on a daily basis. Some days you're going to see evil. Some days you're just not going to see evil. But you have to know that evil always going to present himself. Because let me tell you something. Jesus once kicked Lucifer out of heaven. And once Jesus and God kicked Lucifer out of heaven, guess what? That's when the evil begins to take place. Because let me tell you something, devil, your presence is no longer accepted into those pearly white gates anymore. God had to cut that down. Because evil was always before us when we was in heaven. You got to know the God that you serve. You got to know that the God that you serve, guess what? He will never leave us, nor he will forsake us. And you have to learn that no matter how long you've been living on this earth, It don't matter if you've been living for 100 years. You still got to face trials and tribulations until Jesus come and take you. You still got to face these spiritual warfares on a daily basis. You still got to face these Decepticons turning their back on you. People walking out on you. People betraying you. People trying to set you back. People telling you that you're not going to make it in life. You still got to face these trials and tribulations as long as you are breathing, chosen ones. That's what I'm saying. God is preparing the chosen ones to be ready for the spiritual warfare with the evil. It's going to be a time where we're going to have to fight. The Bible says you should always watch, fight, and pray. Always have your eyes open. Always stay prayerful. Always stay steadfast, unmovable. That's why I say to stay unmovable, always abiding in the work of God, because you just never know when it's going to be your last breath. You never know when God going to come on that white horse. You just never know when God going to come in that rapture. People that's telling you that the rapture ain't real, you want to get away from them people. People that's telling you that Jesus is not real, that karma not real, and that Jesus don't really heal the sick, Jesus didn't, and they ain't never raised the dead. You got to get from around these people, because let me tell you something. He's only coming from the ones that really believe. Everybody don't believe in Jesus. People might put on a whole mask on. They might put on a facade. They might put on this. They might put on that. But let me tell you something. Everybody is not holy. Everybody is not spiritually fed. Everybody don't really believe in the Most High God. Everybody just don't believe. Because they always say this term, how can I believe in something that I've never seen before? You can't see Jesus while you're on this earth. But he's still everywhere at the same time. Jesus, you got to realize that Jesus is a spirit. A lot of people don't know that. Jesus is the Holy Spirit. He's everywhere at the same time. Y'all got to understand that Jesus, when he was once on this earth, he was human. He was in the flesh. That's why they crucified him. That's why they spit on his face. That's why they beated him with the cat of nine tails. Because let me tell you something. He was in this flesh. And when you were in this flesh, you got to go through some pain. You got to go through some heartaches. You got to go through the rain. You got to go through the fire and the storm. You got to go through some things, because guess what? We are in this flesh. All the stuff that we're going through right now, y'all, is only temporary. God is preparing you, chosen ones. He's making you and molding you and shaping you up. He's getting you right. So when it's time to defeat the evil, we're going to do it like flying colors. We're going to do it with ease. Understand what I'm saying? Because God is preparing us. Why you think you by yourself all the time, chosen ones? Why you think people walked out on you? Because they're not going to be ready for that battle when that battle has come. I've learned to cut off everybody. I'm just keeping it real. I have learned to cut off people that is just no good for me. Because I already know when the rapture come, I got to be ready mentally. I got to be ready spiritually. I got to be ready emotionally. It's not so much it's going to be, you have to be ready financially. Because I'm telling y'all, the famine is going to come. This pandemic is starting to get more worse. They just added 2 more booster shots. First, the pandemic was slowing down. Now the pandemic is rising back up. The numbers are increasing now even more. Y'all better get somewhere and stay low key and protect your health, because I'm telling you something right now. I'm going to be there when it's time to battle the evil. I'm going to be the first in line when it's time to battle the evil. Y'all have to know that it is really spiritual warfare every single day. You got to face somebody with a demonic spirit. Somebody really not making it like that right now. Everybody not getting blessed like the chosen ones. Everybody don't really seek God first in his righteousness. Everybody don't do that like the chosen ones. And people want to hate on the chosen ones because we're getting blessed the most. They want to talk about the chosen ones because we're walking upright before God. They want to talk about the chosen ones because we are pure. We have a pure and righteous heart. It says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Not bless the heart of stone. No. He said, turn that stone. I will turn that stony heart into flesh. Some of y'all got some stony hearts that y'all need God to turn into flesh. Because let me tell you something. That's why you ain't getting to the next level. Because you have a stony heart. You have grudge deep down in your heart. You have a negative spirit. You have a demonic spirit inside of you. And you wonder why you ain't getting blessed like the chosen ones. Why you think you getting hated the most, chosen ones? Because you have a pure and righteous heart. Let me tell you something about somebody who always have a pure and righteous heart. You're going to always win because you have good intentions. You're going to always win because you have a pure heart. You know how hard it is to find somebody with a pure heart? You can't fool the chosen ones. Let me tell you something. Recently, we just went. Me and a couple of my friends and my family members, we just went to celebrate a birthday. But let me tell you something about the chosen ones. We see right through people. Understand what I'm saying? People will talk about you like a dog behind your back, chosen ones. But what these people don't realize is you got a pure and righteous heart. And that's something they can't take away from you. We just went to go visit somebody special to celebrate their birthday. But I guarantee you, they didn't expect for the chosen ones to arrive, to show you some love on your own birthday. See, sometimes you ain't got to call people to let them know you on your way. Sometimes you ain't got to send them a text message and say, hey, I'm on my way. Sometimes you ain't got to tell nobody happy birthday. Sometimes you got to just show up. Sometimes you got to just show up and show out, because we have a pure and righteous heart, and they gonna feel that. Oh, they gonna feel it when you are pure and righteous and holy, and you doing everything that you can do to get to that promised land. They gonna feel it. But one thing these Decepticons don't know, we see right through y'all. See, let me tell you something. When you have a pure and righteous heart, and especially you are looking to the evil's eyes, they have no choice but to accept it. They have no choice but to cry and give God thanks, because let me tell you something. Everybody don't have a pure and righteous heart for you, chosen ones. Everybody don't want the best for you. And why people wrote you off, why people done kicked you out, why people done turned their back on you. Let me tell you something. They didn't expect for the chosen ones to come back leading the pack. They sent us to the wolves. But we came back leading the pack because we had a pure and righteous heart. So God is saying right now, yes, I see your heart is pure. Your heart is made of gold. And I love that. So God is saying, yes, they walked out on you. But while they walked out on you, I'm preparing you. I'm preparing your mind. I'm molding you and shaping your heart into the child of God that you were supposed to be. God is really reflecting on you. God is really bringing the best version out of you since you was a little bitty boy, since you was a bitty girl. God is bringing that version back to you now that you are grown, now that you are living in the fear and admission of God. God is bringing back your old version of you when you was a child. He's taking that good heart that you had when you was a child, and he's bringing that good heart into that adulthood. Now you're still the same since you were a child. You're just even better now. A lot of people are still the same from when they were a kid. A lot of people still have grudges in their heart since they were a kid. A lot of people don't forget about the past. They still bringing up old situations from since they were a kid. How many times they got abused? How many times they got talked about? How many times they got kicked to the curb? You got to let go of the past in order to receive God's blessings. How can God bless you and you're still harboring over the past? You still haven't moved on from the past. I'm talking about the evil. And you wonder why people have evil in their hearts. You wonder why people mistreat you, chosen ones. You wonder why these Decepticons have so much hatred and jealousy in their hearts, because it trickled down from their past. Somebody mistreated them. Somebody talked about them. Somebody told them they weren't going to make it in life. And instead of making a bed and getting up and keep on and take a lick and keep on ticking, guess what? They let that evil from the past get the best of them. They let that jealousy and that hatred get deep down in their spirit. Since they were a child, now they are adults. Guess what? They're bringing all of that drama from the past. They're bringing all of that trauma in from the past. And you wonder why, chosen ones, you wonder why God separated you from these people. God separated you from the rest. God separated you from the world. God told me to tell you, yes, it's okay. We already know that you are in the world, but don't be of the world. You have to be separate from the world. Because this world is full of hatred. It's a cold, cold world out here. And if you ain't prayed up, guess what? You're going to be a part of that cold world. It's a cold, brutal world out here. But guess what? If you ain't anointed up, if you ain't appointed by God, ooh, you got to face a cold, ugly world out here. Think about it when it get nighttime. You can feel the atmosphere at nighttime. It wasn't like back in the days where you can play in the street until the street lights come on. Them days is over with. Now you see robbing, you see killings, you see murderers. All these things are happening at night. And it's sad because now majorities of these events and these drama, these traumatic events is starting to happen in the daytime. Y'all better be ready. Because things are not just happening at nighttime. People are getting killed in the daytime. That's how you know we're living in our last and evil days. People don't give a damn no more. They will take you out in the freaking daytime. But don't worry about it. You just keep on seeking God first and his righteousness. And all these things going to be added unto you, chosen ones. God is preparing you. He's preparing the good, the kind-hearted to go against these evil, no good son of a Decepticons. Understand where I'm coming from. These people got demonic spirits. These people don't even pray when they get up. Pay attention to people when they wake up. People don't really pray when they wake up. People don't keep Jesus on their mind on a daily basis. The minute they wake up, you'll be very surprised at who woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You'll be very surprised on who done woke up with an attitude. You'll be very surprised who done woke up with jealousy in their hearts. Everybody ain't for you. The majority of people are going to be against you. It's always going to be the odds against the chosen ones because we have a pure and righteous heart. But don't you worry about it. God is preparing us for the battle. God said, hold your peace. I'm going to fight your battles. Think about the latest situations that you've been in. You talk too much, chosen ones. Sometimes we talk too much. In all actual reality, all we got to really do is hold our peace and let the Lord fight our battles. Victory shall be ours. Don't you know when you talk too much? Don't you know you're just giving out a little bit too much information? Don't you know when you talk too much? Don't you know that you're making more room for the devil to come in? Don't you know when you talk too much? Let me tell you something. You got ears listening to you and you got eyes watching you. Don't you know when you talk too much, you already making more room for the enemy to come in and take away all of the blessings God is doing for you. God told me to tell you, if you hold your peace. I need everybody to put the hush mode emoji in the comments below. If you just hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battles, victory shall be yours. You too old to be fighting out here. We too old to be going against these Decepticons. We too old to be fighting with these demonic spirits. I'm too old to be fighting with somebody who got a devilish spirit. I don't want no devilish spirit jumping on me. Because let me tell you what I do when I wake up. Before I even put out a content, I get on my bended knees and pray. Because you never know. It can be your last day here on earth. You just never know. Get on your knees and thank God when you wake up in the morning. Get on your knees and give him praise. Don't just wait on Sunday morning. You may not make it to see Sunday. But get on your bended knees and give God praise. Get on your bended knees and give God thanks. You will be surprised how many demonic spirits, how many devilish spirits won't even get up in the morning and give God the praise. People out here doing everything else but under the sun. They doing everything up under the sun. But when that sun rises in the morning, you have to know that was nothing but Jesus Christ giving you another chance to the right of tree of life. Every day that you getting these boogers out of your eyes, every day that you wake up, you better give God the glory. Because he didn't have to wake you up. He didn't have to start you on your way. He didn't have to put you in your right frame of mind. God didn't have to do those things for you. He did it for you because guess what? He wants you to have that chance, that right to the tree of life. And that tree of life is eternal life. You should no longer hunger anymore. You should no longer be thirsty anymore. Y'all better pay attention to the signs because we're really living in our last and evil days. Spiritual warfare is at an all-time high. And this video gonna get put out. I need everybody to share this video because somebody out there is saying, what must I do to be saved? And I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to be saved. If you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus Christ died for your sins and rise on the third day with all power in his hands, and if you believe that he was the Son of God, you shall be saved. A lot of people don't even know what it takes to be saved because they were too busy living in this world full of hatred. You guys are living in this world full of jealousy. You guys are too busy living in this world full of contaminating spirits. Get away from them contaminated spirits because them devilish and jealous spirits gonna jump on you. Them evil and demonic spirits gonna jump on you. You gotta learn how to pray those devilish spirits off of you. You got to learn to continue to see God first in his righteousness, and all these things going to be added, baby. Stop chasing people that's not chasing after God. That's another thing. Stop chasing people that's not seeking after God. Each and every day, I will seek his face. Each and every day, my soul is crying out for more. I want more of you. Each and every day, I will give you all the glory and honor and praise because it belongs unto you. Ever since I turned my life over to God, he keeps on blessing me. Every time. We are in this world, but we are not of this world, chosen ones. You got to learn how to cut some people off. You got to learn how to let some people go. Everybody not getting into them pearly white gates, where streets are paved with gold, mansions on every block, on every corner. Everybody not gonna make it past Judgment Day. I don't know about you, but I want to go with Jesus all the way. I don't know about you, but I want to see his face. I don't know about you, but I want to touch the hem of his garment. God is preparing us, chosen ones, to fight the evil. You got the evil in this world and you got the good. Which side are you on? Who's on the Lord's side? I need everybody to put that in the comments below and say, who is on the Lord's side? I'm on the Lord's side. I don't know about you, but I'm on the Lord's side. He got up with all power in his hands. I don't know about you, baby, but I'm on the Lord's side. Y'all got to be very careful because it's spiritual warfare at an all-time high right now, chosen ones. It's spiritual warfare. It seems like everywhere you go, you got to face some demonic spirit. Everywhere you go, you got to face some Jezebel spirit. Everywhere you go, you got to face somebody that really don't love the Lord. And that's why I'm here to tell you right now to put on the whole armor of God so that we can withstand the fiery darts coming from the devil himself. But because if it had not been for the Lord who is on our side, where will we be? Thank God for his saving grace. Thank God for his mercy. His mercy is what we see every single day. Don't forget to join the W.T.C Mentoring Program. My email is jordan_howard18@yahoo.com. If you guys would love to be a blessing to my YouTube channel, my Cash App is $God will provide 31. Whatever God put in your heart to give. My PayPal is God will provide 30. Sow a seed of $11.11. If you really believe in 1111. I need everybody to comment 1111 below, because Jesus is the reason for the season. And don't you ever forget, if you need a friend, you already know you got a friend in me. If you need prayer, you already know you got a prayer warrior in me. If you need motivation, if you need inspiration, you already know you got the best motivational speaker in the whole wide world in your boy. We the chosen ones. God is preparing you to fight this battle against the evil. Are you on the Lord's side? Whose side are you on? We the chosen ones. Be blessed.